Hi guys, hope you're having a great day. I know I have. I've been shopping today and mostly looking, but got to go to Hobby Lobby, who's having a fantastic sale, by the way. Went to Goodwill, got a bunch of things to chalk, and went to Joann's, so had a pretty good day. So hopefully you will join me. I am Sheila with My Crafty Cottage, and I'm also an independent chalk couture designer, and I'm going to be showing you some transfers and paste from my website. So when you hop on, let me know so that I can say hi. Hey Rita, you are so funny. Have you been packing today? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Tonight we're going to do several little things, but this one is going to be Sweet Summer. We're going to do the watermelon, and this is the two sections, so it is layered, and these are Chalk Couture Silk Screen transfers, and they are reusable for the company stands behind 8 to 12. I've gotten double that on several, even more than that. When you have a layered transfer like this, it is numbered. This one is 1. This means that this goes first. And the rule of thumb is the one that has the most silk screen is usually the first one that you lay down. And then this one is number 2. And I'm using the board and base. This is a Chalk Couture surface. It can go this way or this way. It is double-sided, so you could put 2 designs on this. And we're going to do it this way. And we're going to lay our watermelon down. And I've already got red chalk paste on my hands, so I better get that off real quick. I'm going to mix some colors to make more of a watermelon design color. All right, so we're going to lay our first transfer down on my fuzzing cloth. And the reason I do this is just to put some fuzz on the back because they are very, very sticky. And you just don't want to mess your transfers up. So when we first use them, we want to fuzz them, and you can do this on the fuzzing cloth like I have that's in my shop, or you can use a towel, you can use your shirt, anything to give it just a little bit of lint so that you don't stretch your transfer when I would hate to know, Rita, that I had to pack up and move. Whew, that would be a job. All right, so we're just going to take our surface here, and I'm going to make sure that I get it so that it stays, yeah. And with the one that has the most silk screen, you kind of want to start from the middle and go out to make sure that all of it is stuck down really good. You don't want any air bubbles. Hey Betsy, glad you're joining. So we're going to do a watermelon or a slice of watermelon. And I'm just making sure that there are no air bubbles. There we go. I think there's a piece of lint on the back of this one. I need to wash my fuzzing cloth. All right. Okay, so there we have our piece of watermelon. And like I told you before, I'm going to mix, and I used peony and candy apple paste, and I just put it in one of these little things, and I'm just going to stir it up, and it gives it more of a watermelon-y look. It's not just bright red. All right, and it doesn't take much to do that. Okay, so I'm going to take my squeegee. This is our mini squeegee, and I'm just going to put it in my paste, and I'm just going over the silk screen part that I want to look like the piece of watermelon. All right. In fact, I have a whole watermelon in the refrigerator right now that I got at Head's when Mom and Joseph and I went the other day. So I told him after the live we were going to cut it. So how many of you like watermelon? Some people do, some people don't. It's just a... All right, I think I've got it. And I'm just gonna take the excess. And since I mixed the toothpaste, I'm not going to put it back in any particular jar. All right. And then I'm gonna just pull this up so it doesn't stick to my transfer. And these are not stencils, so it turned out really cute. And then I'm just going to lay it back down. And we're going to do the rind. Make sure that's good. I'm going to do the rind in the Citrus Splash, and then we're going to add another color to it. This needs water. Our paste is water-based, so if it's a little dry, you just use a little spritz of water. Hey Gina, glad you're joining. And just stir it till you get to the consistency of cake batter, your yogurt, sour cream, that kind of thing. You've got just a little more water. It's been a while since I used this one. But I am a Chalk Couture designer, and these are reusable silk screen transfers that I'm using. They are not stencils. And I'm using the Chalkology paste that is water-based. Our inks are permanent. I made pillows the other night, but our paste are not. So I'm going to take another squeegee, and I'm just going to put it in the Citrus Splash. We're just going to go over the rind part. But yeah, Hobby Lobby was having a fantastic sale. In fact, when I was going in, I met my upline, Melanie, coming out, and she had lots of goodies too. All right, just taking the excess off and putting it back in my jar. And this paste will last a good while. All right, then we're ready to take up the whole transfer. So you can see how sticky it still is. And then I'm just going to lay it on the backer sheet. And after the live, I will take it to the sink and wash it off with water. That's all you need to clean those. And I'm going to dry this since there is a layer that goes on it. You can use a heat gun or a hair dryer. And it dries on its own 3 to 4 minutes. And so there we have our watermelon. And then we're going to lay it down. Hey, Jamie, glad you joined us. And again, this is the top layer, and we're going to fuzz it because I have not used it. And fuzzing just puts a little barrier between the transfer and the surface. And especially when you're layering, you want to make sure that you fuzz so it doesn't pull up the paste that you already have on there. If you have any questions while I'm doing this, just let me know. And because these are silk screen, you can see through them, so they're easy to put where we need to go. Let's see, making sure, yeah. And I'm going to do the rind part in a different green. It has just the little splotches, and I'm going to use Green Envy for that to give it some detail. Okay, this is good to go. I've got to order some more paste because mine has lasted for about a year now. So we're just doing the little stripes in the rind of our watermelon. And just squeegeeing up our excess. All right, then I'm just going to kind of pull this up slowly. And then I'm going to pull this other side up just so it doesn't stick to my transfer. Then I'm going to do Sweet Summer in black. We have all colors of paste. If anyone is interested in anything from my shop, there is a Shop Now button on my Facebook page that has the catalog. We're just putting Sweet Summer. This would be really cute on the porch or at a picnic. Okay, let's put the top on it. Then I'm going to pull it up. And again, perfect every time. So there we have our Sweet Summer. Hey, Kevin. Can you see that? So cute. I'm going to dry it because I am going to put some ribbon on it. Out just a little bit, and I'm going to put some ribbon, and then we're going to do a dish with the same thing. So I have different, and I'm just going to do, I think I'm going to do my scissors. But I bought tons of ribbon today. They had it marked down just for little to nothing. So I'm thinking that we can do this. All right, I have this polka dot ribbon here, and I'm just going to glue this on. My dog is having a fit because the other dogs are barking. Alrighty, that's got it. And I bought these little things for my fingers when I do. Now we can leave it just like this. Which is really cute. Or we can add a refab bow to it with the pink. And I think I may put one in the corner down there, just a small one. And all we're doing is just making X's out of, and you keep your scrap material and just make an X. Then I have some pink. This type of ribbon is called different things. I call it a refab bow. And I always put a little black in there since the black seeds in the watermelon. All right, and then I'm going to tie that with a little jute. And you just pick it up and scrunch it together and tie it. Hey Jerry, glad you're joining. And I use my teeth. I know you're not supposed to, but just cut the tails of the jute off. And then you can kind of move your bow around a little bit. Where you want it. And yeah, and we'll just cut some of the ends off so it's not so big. And there we have our little Sweet Summer sign. So cute. And like I said, when you use this one, it can be done horizontal or vertical. All right, so that's our first little sign. Still may need to cut some of these off a little bit. Yeah, that's better. All right, so there we have Sweet Summer. So cute. All right, I'm gonna lay that down, clean up my mess. And then I'm going to put the same transfer, so I'm going to show you how easy it is to clean the transfers. Like I said, you can use water or just a magic eraser, anything like that. So I'm going to take the first piece that I have on the backer sheet. And I'm just going to spritz it with a little water. And then I'm going to take a Clorox wipe and just wipe it off. And you want to do the front and the back. You want to do the sticky side too. Just making sure the silk screen is good and clean. And some of the pigments in some of the paste will leave a stain on the transfer, but it does not affect the use of the transfer at all. I know the reds, especially the red, leaves a... All right. And that one is clean, so I'm going to let that stay. Then do the same thing with the second part. And just spray it with some water and use our Clorox wipe. That's one of the things I love about our transfers, is they're so easy to clean, and the fact that you don't have to tape them down like you do a stencil. You don't have to weed them like you would if you were using your Cricut. That reminds me, Kevin, I bought your shirt today to make for you that you were wanting, so I'll get that to you soon. I'm just wiping off the back, making sure our silk screen is done. All right, and that's how simple it is to clean our transfers. All right, so I'm going to dry it on the drying part of my towel. One side is for fuzzing, the other side is for drying. Stick this one over here. That's our part 2. Dry this one. All right. And so today when I went to Goodwill, I found this little tray for, I think I paid 50 cents for it. And I thought it would be cute with our watermelon on there. So we're going to and when we're through, we've used this transfer 2 times, and I can do it on tea towels. I could put it on a tablecloth. I could do lots of things with it. All right, again, I'm going to take my paste here that I had mixed up for our watermelon. And you could use this to put food on. Just seal it with a sealer that's for food. again, we're just filling in our transfer, a silk screen part, and then squeegeeing off what we don't need. All right, I think I mixed up just enough of the paste. And on this one, I may paint the seeds black, since it's not going to be on a black surface. All right, so there we have. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the darker green on this. I think since it's almost the same color as the lighter green was almost the same color as the and we're just taking up the excess. And this is just showing you what all you can do with our transfers. You can put them on anything. Like I've said before, you can put them on glassware. You can put them on shirts with our inks. So, all right. And we'll just peel this up. And it really, the transfer really sticks to things like galvanized things or cloth, things like that. All right, placing it back on the backer sheet. We're finished with it. I'm gonna dry it. Who else is drying? We're going to do the opposite with the citrus splash on the darker green here, making sure that it's good and dry. All right, with our citrus splash, I'm going to put the little lines in. Let's see, let me use the... All right, then I'm gonna do the Sweet Summer in black. This would be this cute little platter would be cute with just little triangles of watermelon served at a party or for your family. Sitting on the porch with all the things we made the other night. Cute. And there we have our little Sweet Summer plate. And I'm going to take just the end of something and put some little black seeds in it. And this is just a little knitting hook, knitting needle. So what's everybody been doing today? I told you what I did. Joseph was feeling pretty good, so what's everybody been doing? Rita's been packing. All right, I need to fix something real quick. All right, so there we have our watermelon with the seeds in it. So we have our sign, and now we have this, and all I have to do is just spray it with a sealer to actually use it. All right, clean up my mess quickly. And move on to our next project. Clean off some of my squeegees. Nobody did anything today except Rita. Y'all don't like to talk, do you? All right, that one's clean. You just clean the squeegees with water or Clorox wipe. Dry them off. Okay. All right. Let's get one more. And I'll put names in before we do our next project. Maybe y'all get to talking by then. I'm doing better about getting my squeegees clean so I don't have to use so many. Y'all are quiet. All right, let me put this on the backer sheet so I can try it. Okay, we had been working on some things for our porch, and I told you that I had bought a little galvanized tub for drinks and things like that, so I wanted to come on and do that and show you how easy things are to do. All right, so when you use our transfers on metal or anything like that, if you know it's going to stick quite a bit, you want to, first of all, fuzz your transfer really, really well. And then you want to wax, either if you're using a non-chalk couture surface. And what did I do with my wax that I was going to show you? Oh, it's in the bucket. All right, so here is the bucket. And this is the wax that I use. Just the Minwax finishing wax. I am the Clorox hoarder, and it took me forever to find any. But this is the finishing paste, and I have already waxed this. And so I'm just going to take a paper towel and kind of buff it a little bit before I actually stick my transfer on it. And this just kind of gives it a little protection. So your transfer doesn't do. So we're going to do our galvanized bucket. And we're going to put on it the gathering place where friends and family meet. And this is the one we made the pillow from. So you can use inks and paste with our transfers. And you do them the same way that we did with our pillow. All right, this one is still very sticky even though we used our fuzzing cloth earlier. Let's put names in before I completely forget it. All right. We have Rita, Jerry, and this will be for a sign tonight. Kevin, Jamie, Gina, Betsy, all right, if more people come on, so don't forget to sprinkle, and that just means to S-H-A-R-E. All right, so let me take my fuzzing cloth, and I'm just gonna lay it on my transfer. Since this is kind of a large one, I'm gonna fuzz it even more. And you don't want it to stick to itself, but if it does, you can easily fix it. So just run some water over it or slowly pull it apart. All right, I think we're good. And I say that and it sticks to itself. So just gently pull it apart and it's good as new. All right, I'm gonna lay my backer sheet up here, and I'm going to put the gathering place on one side and where family and friends meet on the other side. And I may have to set this in my lap to make sure it's straight. Whoops. Whew, it is sticky. All right, I'm gonna fold it up a little bit. And you just want to get it centered. And I love the fact that these are easy to go on anything that's even round or square, a lot of shapes. You just kind of have to play with it a little bit. Make sure all the air bubbles are out. And of course it's going to have to be raised up after I did all that. There we go. And sometimes I'm on a struggle bus with some of this, but it all works out. There we go. we have one little air bubble, of course. Of course, did I say struggle bus? If you have an air bubble in the green part, it's okay. Just you don't want it on the silk screen part. Hey, I think we've got it. I feel like I'm banging on a drum. All right, so we have the gathering place on our tub. And I'm going to do the words, the gathering place, in the copper shimmer. Now, can you see? Just make sure you take up the excess. I do see some bubbles, but I think we're going to be good. I don't think it's going to bleed on this. This too would make a cute wedding gift for a couple. All right, and we're going to slowly take this up. I'm just going to lay this down on the table for right now. And I see one little place that bled. So I'm just going to take, while it's wet, and it's easy to come off. So there we have the gathering place. Okay, now I'm going to dry this because I'm going to turn it around and put the other saying on it. So we have the gathering place, and then on the other side, we're actually going to put this on the floor for just a minute. Put my excess back in my jar and wipe off my squeegee. And then I'm going to use the color Rainforest for the other part. And it's just like a blue-green color. Okay. And I am going to put the backer sheet back on it wherever it went. What did I do with it? There it is. The part that I'm not going to use, and hopefully that'll be easier. Well, I guess it would help if I had it on the right side. You can hear my dog barking because all the other dogs in the neighborhood are barking. Alright, so now we'll put it on the backer sheet. And I'm just going to stick it there so it's easier for me to do the rest of it. Alright, so we're going to go back on it. And I did wax both sides, so it shouldn't be a problem to put on. Just to get it, and I'm going to stand up to get it straight and in the center. And we do have placement tape. I don't think this backer sheet's going to be much help. Making sure that it is straight, which it's not. Now we got it. Going back over it just a little bit to make sure get all of my letters. All right, so we have where family and friends meet, and I'm going to do that. I hope I didn't mess the other part up. No. All right, so we're just going to take our rainforest. Now, if I wanted this to sit outside all the time, I would seal it. But it's probably only going to be used for like family reunions or parties. Like I really throw a lot of parties, and I even thought about putting drinks in when the kids are in the pool. That would be kind of neat too. All right. Slowly take it up. Oh, this is cute. And so it kind of goes so cute. Hey Jenny, glad you joined us. So we've done the gathering place where family and friends meet. All right, so we have that. We have our sweet summer. And we have another sweet summer on a plate. It's just a plastic plate. And I had one more thing. for you, and I'm going to put this on its backer sheet, definitely, because it's and you put it on the backer sheet because it's just easier to take to the sink and put it under the water and clean it. All right, does anyone have any questions so far? You sure are being quiet. For those just popping on, I am Sheila with My Crafty Cottage. I am a Chalk Couture independent designer, and this company is amazing. It has done so much for me, and I would recommend it to anyone. That you don't even have to know how to craft to do this. Jenny, let me put you in my basket for a sign. All right. And I don't think the next, well, it might. So I may just do the first part and then do the second part of this. I don't want to keep you too long. I'm knocking everything over, of course. Going to use the reclaimed drawer front that we have, and it looks just like a cabinet door. It is a Chalk Couture surface, as you can see. Very heavy. And I was going to put the Market Fresh flowers and then make something with that. Add some flowers to it. I'm going to fuzz this one more time because I have used this one, just not very many times. Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to fuzz it one more time. And I will be doing this in black, and I'm just going to put this in the center. And then I just make sure that all of the air bubbles are out. And you can hear it if they're not all out. And the reason we do that is that we don't want the paste to bleed when we put our paste on. All right, and then I like to go around the letters with my fingers just to double check and make sure that all of the sticky part is down. Just being cautious, I guess. It looks like we're good, and I'm going to use the black for this. We do have, what I'm using is paste. What I used the other night for our pillows was the ink. Our paste is not permanent, although it dries to a hard surface. You can it takes a lot of elbow grease to come off, but if you use it on non-porous surface like a chalkboard, you can change the design. You can just wash it off with a magic sponge or one of our board erasers that's in my shop. All right. My black's a little thick, but I think it'll be okay. We're just covering the letters. Put a little water in this. with our inks, you don't have to work as quickly as you do the paste. The inks don't dry as quick. All right, just about done. But like I said, this company is amazing. If you wanted to join as a designer, you can join as a hobbyist and just make things for yourself and your family. You get 40% off as a designer, which is a pretty good deal. Okay, it's beginning to stick to my... So if you pick it up slowly, you can tell where you need to go back. And our transfers are not like vinyl. They're not perfect. They are to have a distressed look. And it can be washed off. But here we have our Market Fresh flowers. And it comes out perfect every time. So that's very pretty. Now what I was going to do, and I may wait and do that, I may come back on tomorrow. I don't want to keep you all too long. If you need to go, say you need to go, and I'll decide if anybody would continue watching. What I'm going to do is add flowers to these little things and hang it from the bottom of our thing. So just let me know if you want me to keep going or you're ready for me to stop. I don't want to keep you. And I don't think y'all are going to talk to me, so... Up there, and I can do it on the backer sheet. Okay, what I'll do, since it is 9 o'clock, I'm going to go ahead and I will stop for tonight, and then I will come back on tomorrow afternoon maybe and finish this particular project. I may have something else for you, but we've done the reclaimed cabinet top with the Market Fresh flowers. We've done our little plastic tray that says Sweet Summer. We've done our little sign that says Sweet Summer. And we've done our tub that says The Gathering Place, where family and friends meet. Okay, so we've done 4 projects tonight. So that's probably enough for one night. I appreciate you joining me. And I'm going to draw for a sign tonight. So let me pick one. And Jerry Gupton, you are my winner for a sign. So if you will message me your address, I will pop a sign in the mail to you, and I appreciate you watching as I do all the others. I do appreciate you. We're working on trying to get my viewers up, and I want to make sure that you enjoy what you see. I enjoy having you pop on. So tomorrow I will pop on probably, I don't know what time, 7 o'clock maybe, and finish the flowers that we're going to do on these and add it to our sign. And then I may have I may do the little giveaway sign tomorrow night too, but I won't be as long. All right. So if there's nothing else, if you don't have any questions, Just feel free to look at my website, shop if you need to. Also join My Crafty Cottage VIP group. That's where I can give you discounts on your order. Just comment your order after looking at the catalog, and I will give you a discount. Can't tell you how much on this page, but you'll be able to see it. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you so much for joining, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you.